Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Rudy Banks, your host of the Entrepreneur Journey. Hope you guys are doing well. Today is actually Tuesday, July 9th. And so today, guys, I'm actually getting ready to build out a small mini site. And I've been toying with this before as far as building out a site that has like different CPA marketing and affiliate opportunities on it. And I've seen a lot of people use that to generate traffic. And so if you're trying to figure out ways to do free traffic, a blog is a good way to do it. And you might be struggling with, I found a CPA offer, or I'm still trying to find a winning offer. I'm going to show you some things I've been doing to kind of reverse engineer what other people are doing. And I believe in borrowing, but I don't believe in copying. So I'm going to look at some different approaches. I'm going to actually reverse engineer what some other people have done, because I've seen a lot of these ads come up over and over and over, and they have to be getting results because they wouldn't constantly be promoting them. So let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do some research. I'm going to take you over to Craigslist. I think I've showed you this in another video, but it never hurts to just repeat. Sometimes you got to just repeat things until it really sticks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to show you how some people are promoting a particular offer, and then I'm going to reverse engineer that. I'm actually going to duplicate that offer, creating my own mini web page in Wix. So if you don't know how to do that, stay tuned. I'll show you how to do that. And then once we get that built out, and then I will take you, through the process of what I would do next, as far as, promoting, whether it's paid traffic, free traffic, and from there it's just, optimization. So once you get everything out, get some traffic going to it, you can start, tracking things, understanding where you stand, as far as your conversions, and then you can figure out how to improve. Now, if this is all foreign to you and, it seems like it's too much to the grasp at the end of this video, then reach out to me. I have 2 forms of communication that you can reach me directly. Actually 3. You can hit me up on Instagram. You can reach out to me. I have a private Facebook group, ejourney.biz. The link is below in the description. And also I'm Rudy Banks on Skype. So if you're ever on Skype and you want to reach out to me, hit me up. And if you might want a 15 or 30 minute or 1 hour consultation, we can work out some arrangements for that as well. And sometimes the trainings, people get confused with the trainings, and if you just need somebody looking over your shoulder or just take you step by step, through the process, I'm more than willing to work with you on that. So there's no reason why you can't be successful. There's no reason why you won't get results with the opportunities and all the avenues for coaching and assistance. So let's get into this video. So we're over on Craigslist, and I tell you, Craigslist is a gold mine when it comes to finding CPA offers, and also it's cheap. People can put out an ad on Craigslist and it'll stay up, on the first page for anywhere from 1 to 5 days, and maybe longer, depending on how much traffic is on that page. And you're just making money over and over and over, getting a lot of traffic. So you can spend anywhere from $5 up to $10 just for a particular ad. The only thing you shouldn't do is, start putting out job postings, because then you're going to be spending $45 and you might struggle to recoup that. But anywhere from like 5 to 10, 1 or 2, 4 sales or whatever it may be, you're going to get your money back, and then everything else is pure profit. So when I'm on Craigslist, I've been on here enough to start seeing some trends. And as you remember in the last video or a previous video somewhere I posted above, I talked about which gigs to post in. Labor gigs are more, people working hands-on, probably more men, potentially, you're looking for electricians, not to stereotype or anything like that, but a lot of times it's more hard skill type stuff. And then if you go into computer gigs, then you get in more, more of the social stuff, more computer related jobs and stuff like that. So I like to focus in there because people, if you get into marketing, it does help to have some computer skills. You got to be able to type something. You got to be able to use a computer or a smartphone and do surveys or whatever it may be. That person is more apt to try because they're not afraid to use technology. So if you look, I'm scrolling. I think I've seen that before. So this is the one I'm interested in. Earn up to $500 for a research study about social media. I don't think I've seen, this is a different one. Let's see. So she basically has, a site that they built out, basically showing how they're earning money online. Got some social proof. So that's basically what I say by a mini site. It's not like a full-blown web page. See, all those links just take you right to the office called Lemonade Cash Club, and I think they want you to basically use Facebook. If you're interested, you can try this. I haven't tried this, but only thing is, the only caveat is if you ever done any type of Facebook ad on your account, then you can't do it. It says it has to be untouched ad account. So these are the rules. I don't know how the payouts are, but yeah, just research that. The one I'm gonna do today this is one I want to do. Earn up to $85 for a research study about music. So that's the one I want to do for this build today. And so one thing I ran into with Craigslist here recently, I was posting some ads, my usual ad, and then I don't know if it got flagged. They didn't say it was flagged, but they wouldn't approve my ad anymore. And they were saying that I don't have enough information. So this person who's doing this is basically, saying what they're all about. It's not vague book or so vague that, the person is going to clickbait and then click it and not know what they're getting to. So everything is pretty much laid out. And so I want to look at this approach here. I'm going to duplicate, borrow from this, but I'm not going to copy verbatim. And so I'm going to go to this site. I think I already have it pulled up. And this is where we at. So they have this web page pulled up. They got a video. Let's see if I can scroll down here. All right, so let's talk about the anatomy, this web page. So when I look at this web page, I see a menu bar. I see a video. And it's full screen, or we call it stretched. And then I see another little section here, so like a banner with a background, looks musical, wallpaper or background, whatever you call it. And then they've got their disclaimer and privacy. So a lot of times you're going to be building sites. Make sure you get, create a site disclaimer and a privacy policy that legitimizes your website. And a lot of even some of these affiliate offers, you have to have some of that stuff in place, especially when you're doing like Facebook ads or certain type ads. Your landing pages have to have disclaimers and privacy or terms or whatever. And there's easy websites you can go to, and just type in free privacy policy. And that's the one I use here. Create it for free. They're going to tell you that you need to have all these extra things in it. You don't have to, because they want you to buy it, but essentially you just say it's a website. You put your state in, you do all of that, and then all you do is copy and paste. Now you can either direct link to it. I suggest just copying it and then go on your website. So I'm using Wix. If I'm using Wix, I can just easily create a new page and call it terms or call it privacy and paste that in there. And then at the bottom, all I have to do is the bottom of my website, put a link and then link to that, and it's always there. So no matter how many pages I create, I'll always have my terms page already set up. And so it does help to have a generic domain name. So if you look at this one, this is called My Research Group, and they can do all kinds of stuff off of this one page. But right now they're just focused on this music offer. So we'll get to that. It looks like they have something, contact us. I haven't tested that. And then they got services. Something very generic. It doesn't really mean anything. And then this is interesting. It says worldwide offers. So if you look at some of the affiliate offers, you know, you're looking at Maxbounty and some of the other offers, you know, you can promote to different countries. And so if you just want to promote directly to Australia or Canada, they have offers just written for them. And I guess the copy might be a little bit different, or the targeting might be different, but that's just another little tip. All right, so this is very basic. So if I hit apply now, I think I showed you just before, it takes you to Inbox Dollars. You know, Inbox Dollars through Maxbounty pays you, the one I do is $2.80. I know there's another one for $1.60, but I do the one that's $2.80. So imagine just doing one Craigslist ad for $5 or $7. You know, within 2 to 3 sales, you're right there. That's why I say it's definitely a good strategy to adopt and get started in your first paid traffic solution. All right, so let's move on to building this page out. I'm gonna go over to Wix. So once you get Wix, you can sign up below, get a free account. You can do a lot of stuff free, but once you start getting into like your own domain names, then you have to upgrade a little bit. You know, you can't just do all that on the free stuff. So I go to site action. I'm gonna do edit site. And then I'm gonna go to plus, and I'm gonna do new page, new site page, and there I got a new page. So I'm gonna call this music research. And I can always change that later. One thing you have to know is your layout. So once you create the page, let me just show you. So once you create the page, you get this. So you got a header, and you got the page, and then you got a footer section here. That's your footer. One thing I like about Wix is, you know, you're looking at desktop view. If I want to look at it what it looks like in mobile, you can easily click that button. And I actually tried Builderall for the I got it for like the trial. I didn't really like it as much because they had all the templates and stuff. It made it sound good, but then when I wanted to go in and really do stuff that I normally do, it actually took me longer to try to modify their predefined templates when I can just go into Wix. I've already got my own style, so I can copy a page I've already done. It just works faster, and to me it just is cleaner when it comes to being responsive. I think Builderall, you had to have like 3 different you have to start in one builder or one what you see what you get editor. It just, to me, it was clunky. So this one's 2 buttons. I can easily drag and stuff around, even if it looks different in one, I can fix it in the other or hide components. So that's just a tip if you're looking at Builderall. I'm not using it, but I would say try it for yourself. All right, so you got the header, you got the page, and you got the footer. What I want to do is when I go back to this other one, you know, I want that video to show up on the top. So I can't have a header like that, like I have on the Wix. So go back to the Wix. So I want to go to my page. I'm gonna hit the gear icon, go to settings, and then I want to go to layouts, and I'm gonna change it to no header and footer. And voila, it's all gone. And then what I want to do to get that video, I'm gonna go to add, and I'm gonna go down to, it's called strips. So strips are basically, you know, predefined, you know, content blocks. And I'm gonna scroll all the way down until I find a video one. So here's a video one, and bam, it just fills up the whole screen. And just keep looking back. Maybe I'll move this here. I'll keep looking back for this for reference, so work with us. You know, I can easily change that. I'll just say ready to, oops. And then I can play around with the spacing and or if I don't like that, should be able to change the spacing. Yeah, line spacing. It's character spacing, and then there's line spacing. And there you go. Ready to work with this. All right. And I can always go back and clean this up. There's a button. You can have a button right to your offer right there. All right, and if I look at it in responsive, so now I can go in here and actually just hit the minus and just shrink that text down. I don't want it so big that it overwhelms the person. That's why I like using Wix, because I can easily shrink stuff down, and if I go back to this view, I didn't affect one thing. And you'll find that, you know, once you start testing your ads and testing your strategies, you'll see that, you know, as long as you're doing a proper tracking, like I use Clickmagick, so I know, you know, the traffic that I'm receiving. I know if it's mobile or desktop. And once you start seeing trends, you just you run with the good and cut out the bad. So if you're not getting a lot of conversions on desktop, cut it out and just focus on mobile. And you know that your site needs to be, you know, mobile responsive. It's got to look good and render well. All right, moving along. All right, so as you notice, I don't have my video is not playing. So what do I do? There's two things you can do. You can go to YouTube and type in, I'll show you on YouTube. I would just type in stock. Actually, just type in. So I typed in typing stock footage, and then these are some video clips of some or people of, you know, typing and whatnot. And I like this one. It gives that impression of, you know, there's the music there. It's kind of blurred out, so the text should show up well on top of this. Now, I can't, being that this is a strip, I can't just like link to a video. I'll have to upload a video. That's the only thing. So I would have to go here, copy that, and go to like Clip Converter or something like that. But I also have I've got a plugin, YouTube by Click, and I can run this program too. Just ignore the error message. So it basically downloaded that video. Now, if you don't want to do this, you can go to the website called clipconverter.cc, and you can actually paste URL in there, hit continue. You can download the video that way. And then the other option is a website. I use two websites. One's called Pexels and the other one's called Pixabay, and I'll put links to all the stuff in the description below. And so if I want to type man typing, doesn't matter, but those are the pictures. But if you click on the video option, and now I can find some stock footage of somebody typing. I think I got this one. Yeah, so I downloaded this already. So if you just click on it and then hit free download, you're off, you got it. And that's all you need to do. All right, so I gave you a little lesson there, how to rip a YouTube video, how to get some free stock footage. All right, so then I'm gonna go back to my site and I'm gonna click on this open spot, change the strip background. So I could put some stock footage in there and hit preview. I just want to show you what the video would look like. So that's, you know, a tiger or whatnot. But all right, so even though it works, so I'm gonna change the strip background. I'm gonna do video. I'm gonna upload media from computer. I'm gonna go to all right, grab this video here. There we go, change background. And there's my video clip. Now I can shrink this down if I don't want it taking up all the space. I think I'm gonna change this. And the spacing is just a little too much for me, so it's a little cleaner. I can play with that. So now I hit save and I'll preview that. Oh, I gotta tell it what to do with the video. So if I go back to the video, go on to not layouts, strip background, settings. Oh yeah, one thing I like to do is the overlay color. So if you want to give it like a little bit more pizzazz, you can change the color. So if I want to like make it more blue or green, yellow. So put a little blue on it, and you can always play with the opacity. Probably make it green because a lot of the stuff on my site is already green. So I'll stick with that brand. So I'll fade it out a little bit. All right. Save. All right, so some reason it didn't play the video in, the the preview mode, but you can see basically the gist of what it did. So I think I want to bring that down a little bit more so I can see the keyboard more. Oh, it's just stretching it. Okay. So this may or may not be the video. Oh, I know what it is. If I go to layout, no. So if I can change the positioning. So now I can play around with it. I can put it so that way I can show more of the keyboard. And if I go back over here and refresh, So for demonstration purposes, this is fine. I might change that video. I'm not 100% sold on that video. I want something a little bit cleaner. But all right, so again, I'm just showing you this, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to add some text. Paste that in there and change the font size. Make sure everything's selected before you do that. Oops, too much. Stretch it. Feel free to comment below and let me know, if this is making sense. I don't want to make this stuff overly complicated, which it shouldn't be. Change the color. I can change the alignment if I want to center the text. There's a lot of stuff you can do. All right, so we're getting the site together. And then next thing I want to do is go back to my reference. Only thing they have next is a button and a background. And I took the liberty of adding, I found that background similar. So what I'm gonna do is add another strip. So if I do an image, it's just gonna be sitting on top of the page. But I wanna actually have, just like the video, I want it full width. So what I'll do is I do another strip. I just want an image. Nothing too fancy. All right, there's an image. Now I'll just change that. And what you can do also, look in Wix itself and see if you can find files. Here's one that says music. That's from Shutterstock, so you gotta buy that, but there's some free stuff. So I'm just typing in music. Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe do something like sound wave or sound. Something like that. I'll just grab that for now. And what I can do is shrink that down. I don't like it. Hit Control Z, undo. I'm gonna change that. So I'm gonna upload my own because I already found one. Change that. Bam. And then what I want to do, this green, I'm not feeling this green. So double click that. That color overlay. Not feeling that green. It's not really going well with the, I like that blue color better. Oh, they got some texture on it, so you can add different textures. If I want it clean, okay, add some texture. And then I can play around with the color here. All right, so that's popping a little bit now. All right, so now I can save, publish, and I'll refresh this here. Making sense, guys? So now you see it. You got the video, got my text. I could have a read more button, or I can take that out altogether. All right, so now I just need to add an apply now button. So let's go back and we'll just do add button. And we'll pick something that kind of, that red looks pretty good. Want a nice big button. Bam. And so what is the button doing? If you click on that button, so they have another page just called apply, and this just tells you about the offer, gives you instructions. So that's one thing about conversions. If you can give a person instructions on what to do, the next steps, you got a better chance of someone signing up. They're not going to get confused on, okay, they get to this form, but once they click this, they're going to a new site, and they're like, oh man, what am I supposed to do again? And so you easily can increase your conversion rates if you give a person instructions. Learn that the hard way. All right, so what I have to do now is save this. Now what I could do is I could copy this page. So what I'll do is I'll just create a new page. All right, so I've got this like I want it pretty much. I didn't add my disclaimer and stuff at the bottom, so what I'll do, I'll go to one of my other pages. I'll just copy this right here from my others. That's the beauty of having everything all on one site. And all I'm gonna do is paste, and it's all done. Center it, and voila, my links are all there, my terms of service, everything is all there. And now, whereas if I just kept my header and footer, and if all my pages have the same footer, then I'm okay. But if you want to create a unique page, a blank page, no header and footer, you got to add that stuff back in. That's the only caveat. Now the other thing they had is like up here they had like a little menu. And if you really want to build this out, you can add more pages and stuff. But I'm quite sure we can, let's see, let's just add. So if you want to add a custom menu, I would do something like that. Now I can put it at the top like that, and then in this case I don't want to use my site menu. I would have to add some text. So home contact us services. I'll shrink that down a little bit. And then what I could do then is add add some icons, some images and icons. If I want to make it, where was that at? So I'm gonna add a home. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna make it one word at a time. That way I can really clean this up. So I can do that. Copy both of these or group them, and then what I'll do is copy them, and I can type services and change this icon. I'm gonna do change icon. Oops. I try to cooperate with it. Oh my gosh. There we go. Change design. Sorry. So I would change design and maybe do services. Something that looks like services. I don't know. Briefcase or something. I don't know. Now copy that again. Grab all three, center that stuff, and then I'll do this again. Click that, design, maybe use that, and call this contact us. And then, so I could build out a little small, another little small page, just like I did this, create a little small page. I'm not gonna go through all this to save time. You're probably like bored right now. But I hope you guys are getting something from this. All right, so what I have now, I got my little menu, and I can link, link to these pages. And then the main thing right here is link to your offer. Save. And then you want to double check it, make sure it looks good on the mobile. So now see how the mobile looks? So now I gotta go fix it over here. So the mobile, I guess there's different ways of doing it. You could just do it like this. It's not like you have a mobile menu. You notice that looks a little different, so you got to clean all this stuff up a little bit. Put that down at the bottom. Actually, I can move it up some. I'm a pretty big stickler on websites and stuff. I want stuff to look good, but this is okay just for demonstrations. demonstration purposes. I don't really like how this looks. Because it's taken away. So what I probably would do, I want to really shrink that down. For now, I'm just going to hide them. You can hide elements. So maybe I just want services and home. Move this up. I can shrink that text down a little bit more. So yeah, just make sure your stuff looks good on both platforms. Probably put that at the bottom. All right, that's not too bad. So on the mobile, it'll look like that. Home, services, and then work with us. I'll clean this up a little bit. Save, publish, and now we'll go over here and refresh. And there we go. Everything is there. And I just basically reverse engineered this page. Here's my version of it. All right, and then I might as well just show you while we're at it. I'll show you the other page I would do. So once they do that, you go apply now. So I'll be inbox dollars apply. All right, so I could just link them to I already had this one set up. That was my landing page from the Craigslist ad. So what I can do, let's see. What I'm gonna do is just copy this one. I probably won't have a video playing, but I will I'll have a static image instead of that video. So let's just do that. So let's go back to here. I'm gonna go to settings. Go on this one. I'm gonna click the dots and say duplicate. And then music, research, dash apply. All right, so now I'm on that page, and then I can go in here and change the image. So I'm gonna go out and find inbox dollars image. So what they did, they just copied, I think they copied that. Yeah, how it works. And again, the purpose of this page is really just to show them, you know, what steps to take next. Trying to find a high quality. Alright, so I have the image. I'm going to open that. What I'm going to do is open it up, then I'm going to crop out. I just want that bottom part. So I'm going to do crop. I guess just trying to preserve some dimensions here. All right, so I got that. Save a copy. I'm gonna go back to, where was I at? I mean, I could have actually just went here and save as, save image as, well, I mean, I could have ripped that, but let's just do a little bit of work on our own, right? All right, so now I need to go back into, so instead of this image here, I'm gonna change it, upload, paste that in there. I don't know if I should do that though, but we'll see. I might just need to put it over top. Yeah, because that's just gonna get funky. So let's just make it white, no image, and then I'll add an image on top, because that would stretch it, and you don't want that looking crazy. So now I can make sure I preserve this image. Move my button down. And now if I scale it up a little bit. And I can actually crop it within Wix too. So now I don't like certain things. I can take that off. Take the trust pilot off. Check. And voila. So now all I have to do is scale it up. And it still has a high quality to it. All right, so go back, look at our reference. They scaled across the whole screen. You don't have to do that. Drag your little header, your footer down. This here. Add some text. Paste. Shrink that down. Oh. You know, do little things like that to make it stand out. So if you know how to copy and paste, you can do it. Once you get everything copied over, then it's just a matter of you know, formulating it like you want. Now you notice that didn't show up properly, so I have to right click and then do a range, bring to front. There you go. Put a nice button there. Okay, got that. And then the last piece was just that text, so I need to add more text. I think I'm gonna pick a smaller size this time. This is the instructions, so I'll bring that down. Keep scrolling and stretching. One more time. All right, so put that at the bottom. And I want to fix this up a little bit. Edit the text. Ooh. Let's do it this way. I think I'll make them all the same. Then that way then I can scale it. All right. Registration instructions. Bold that. Make sure there's no grammatical. It's bad you copy and paste some other sites work and you're copying grammatical errors and stuff. So to make sure you're reading everything over. That's why it's good to make it your own. And another thing I picked up on too is like, let the people know how long, you know, it's gonna take. If they feel like it's gonna take too long, They're not going to want to do it. And I can probably increase the size of this just a little more. Oh, let's just make it like 20, 22. I can widen this. Copy this button again. That way I got another copy. You can play with colors. Sometimes different colors convert better than others. Different text. So you got my button there. You know, you double click your button, make sure you put a link. This link will be to, you know, to the offer, whether, you know, Maxbounty or whatever affiliate offer you have, or CPA. Mine will be actually be a Clickbank, not Clickbank, but a Clickmagick link. So if I go to mine, let's see, do I still have a direct link? Oh, okay, I guess this is my second page. My page. Yeah, that one's direct link to the offer. But if I'm using like Clickmagick, which I'll do on this, that way I'll know how I'm converting. All right, guys. So now you see. You know, I built this thing out. Trying to shrink the text down a little bit. There we go. There's little stuff. And at the very bottom, I got all of this. So I can bring this back up. Come on up. They had like a little black stripe. If I want to do something like that, I could easily do that. I could just put in a I could put a strip in, but for mine, I'm gonna leave it clean. All right, so I got that. Save. Now I need to look at it in responsive. What is it gonna look like on a phone? So we knew all that was already formatted. And if I want to shrink that down, if that looks like too much text, shrink that down. Notice the image is not as big now, so I have to play with this text here, make it smaller, so it's easier to read. Everything is customizable. So everything looks good. Got a sign up button. Sometimes I just shrink that as small as I can get it. So I got a sign up button. Now you might say, well, the buttons are different colors, so I don't like that. I made it yellow on the other one because it was sitting on top of the green, but I can always change that back to red. And maybe I want this button bigger. So it's a lot of stuff you can do. All right, so now what I would do, so I found an offer, I went on Craigslist, I found an offer that someone's been using, kind of mimic what they did with their little mini site. And then the next thing to do is just once you got everything up, just test it, make sure your links, once you right click on it, let me just show you. So once you go here, click this link button here, say web address, then paste your URL in there. You can say new window or the current window. This would be where your Maxbounty link goes, your tracking link. And so if you go over to Maxbounty, so I'm over on Maxbounty, I'm gonna go to the offer. You go build tracking link, contextual, and then copy this here. And that's where your link would go. Right here. Right click, paste. Make sure you don't have a space at the end or it won't like it. You could actually, one other thing you can do too, you can make this hyperlink too. So even though it's not so anyway, if they click even anywhere on here, it's gonna highlight. That's gonna get you a better click through, I think. Paste this in here, and you're done. Again, I'm gonna go back through mine and clean this up, and then I would actually go into Clickmagick and create a tracking link in Clickmagick. That way, I'll know that. I'll have two links. I'll have one for the site. I'll know that the person clicked on the site to see that, and then I'll know that they clicked through. So I'll know how many people actually came to visit the site, and then I'll know how many people actually clicked this button, to go to the offer. And then from there, I'll know my conversion for Maxbounty. So when Maxbounty registers a sale, the Clickmagick link will register all that information and let me know that I actually received a sale. And that's why I think it's very important, to use some type of tracking software. So I just turned this offer on. This is the only thing I'm running right now. I'm just testing some in Clickmagick, but I just turned this back on yesterday evening. And so today, what I did, I dropped my CPC, my cost per clicks way down. As you can recall, I showed you in a video just yesterday. You can look above. The earnings per click for this particular offer was like 40-some cents, 42 cents. So I just went half of that on my ad spend, and I've already had 9 clicks on my ad, basically. So I know I had 9 people visit my landing page from clicking the ad, and it's telling me how many were unique. And then of those 7 that visit, of the 9 that visit the site, 7 of them actually clicked through to the offer. And I made 4 sales at I think it's $225 a sale or something like that. And if you subtract so my return is 650%. So and that's, yeah, so today I made like $9 on this one campaign, and it only cost me what, 9 times 20 is what, 180. So I made $9 and it cost me $1.80. So I'm telling you guys, not to brag or boast, but you start small. Just do these things I'm sharing with you. Start small. And I'm doing the same thing myself, starting small, working out the kinks and getting some traction, and then I'll just scale it up. I might go ahead and I'm doing Bing ads. I might do some stuff with Facebook ads. I might test another strategy, and then I'm just going to scale these things up. More money. Once I get my whole thing right now is just being able to do it faster. So once I get a strategy working, I'm documenting everything, and then eventually, I might do a course for you guys or something like that, and just help save you time, because time is money. Money is time, however you want to call it. But just stay tuned to this channel. If this information is valuable to you, make sure you comment below, make sure you subscribe and share this channel, because pretty transparent on what I'm showing you. A lot of people are not showing you their back office, and I'm not making all my security information, but you can kind of see that I am getting results. So, and then the last thing is, with this offers, now you can create your little image, and I showed you how to do that. Go over to like Pexels or Pixabay, and just say listening to music. See if you can find an image for that. That's a video. You don't want a video. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's the exact image they used. How about that? So you can find another image, something that's enticing for somebody to want to learn more, get them to click. Put that image in your ad. Put a link to your website, or what I use is I use SMS messaging. So I can put a phone number in here and say, text to this number for more information. And then that's going to automatically send a person a link to the website. So that means they have to take one more step, one more action step to make sure that you're getting a targeted buyer. Now, the only caveat with Craigslist is a lot of these CPA networks don't really like you using Craigslist for traffic. Now, that's only if you have, so if you do an ad right here and then you just put a direct link right to the offer, because ultimately, when people are promoting these offers or these, this affects their earnings per click number. So you don't want, even if I was just, inbox dollars person, I'm selling surveys or whatever it may be, I don't want people to send in bogus and poor traffic to my offer, because it's going to drive the earnings per click down. Then they're not going to get affiliates to want to promote it because the number is too low. So you got to look at the rules. You can't do email, you can't do social, you can't do incentive, but you can do contextual display search. So what you have to do, as long as you got your website, which is nothing wrong with taking Craigslist and driving traffic to a website, because that's kind of like a proxy or a firewall between, a buffer between the offer and person clicking it. So now that person has to come to the site, they're doing some reading, getting educated before they make a buying or a click decision. Then they click the link, and then it takes them to the offer. That's what you ultimately want to do. So guys, I hope this stuff helped you out, man. I really just hit record and just let the camera roll. I know I got to do a lot of editing and chopping to make this thing short enough so you got to stay focused on the video. But again, just to rehash, we went and found an offer. We didn't have to reinvent the wheel. We looked at what other people are doing. You can copy, but don't, edit. Make it your own though, because a lot of times you start copying stuff, you're going to copy spelling mistakes, grammar errors, and then be original. Don't be a fake copy. So do that. Get your site up. All the links are in the description below as far as Wix. If you want to learn more about Clickmagick, there's a free guide below. Just here to help you guys. And the last thing I'll say is, reach out to me, ejourney.biz. That'll take you right to my private Facebook group. You can join that. It's like a mastermind. It's free. You can ask some questions in there. You can reach out to me on Skype whenever I'm online. And if you need one-on-one assistance or coaching, I'll do that as well. We can set up a block of 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you need, and we'll figure out terms or whatever, pay terms, and how we want to do it. But at least you can give it another set of eyes on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. And I can kind of look at what you're doing and help you guys out. And hey, I'm learning too. Every day is a day of learning for me. And one of my mentors, and I'll leave you with this, he says, always keep your mind in a constant state of fermentation. Just keep striving, guys. Keep striving, keep trying to get better, and you will see results. It might not be immediately, but you're going to have a breakthrough, and it's going to be that aha. That's what he was talking about. Oh, now I made my first, $500. I made my first $1,000 or $10,000 online. And then it's just rinse and repeat, guys. So you guys have a great day. I got some editing to do. I'll see you guys in another episode. Peace.